When I was a kid, we had this rule where we are only allowed to watch things that are animated because my parents did it more kid appropriate. Yet, as soon as we get the laptop, my sisters would secretly watch live action shows and movies. Not me though, because just like Rebecca Sugar, creator of Steven
I
Universe,
liked everything that was animated. Kind of didn't like anything that wasn't animated.
and we're not the only ones. A survey conducted on Cartoon Network audience showed that over 4,000 adults watch the channel, despite being targeted at people aged 6 to 13. So now you have these people that look at this age rating and goes, well, if it's targeted at kids, all these adults shouldn't be allowed to enjoy it. And if you think this, I have a few things to tell you. First of all, adults are only kids grown up anyway. A Walt Disney quote. And secondly, animation is such an underappreciated art form. Like, I can never get past how pretty Steven Universe backgrounds are or how expressive these oversimplified faces can get. As you might have guessed by now, I will not be talking about Disney feature films just because most people recognize these as family entertainment. Not anime because this has its own set of arguments. Not adult animations because they are marketed toward adults already. But rather, I'm talking TV animation, things you would see on Cartoon Network or Disney XD, just because these are the ones with the most just for kids stigma. Cartoons have always been for everyone, from being these drawings you would see in the newspapers to Mickey Mouse packing theaters around the world ever since Disney first sound film release Plan Crazy. Like, it wasn't until 1966 when Hanna-Barbera, a for TV animation studio, started marketing their cartoons as something for kids that the stigma came to be. Reason being is due to their limited budget, they had to use a lot of cheap technique and they thought adults wouldn't get past that. Like you can see, they would use a lot of repeat cycles, a lot of background skipping, suggestions, and other cost effective techniques. Meanwhile, Disney, with this huge budget, thanks to the military, were creating these theatrical film release targeted at the whole family. Their marketing blank basically being adults like our show, they bring their kids to our theaters, buy our merch, and ultimately go to Disneyland. Again, back to the Walt Disney quote, you're dead if you aim only for kids. Adults are only kids grown up anyway, and adults are the ones with the money. However, this led to people nowadays recognizing Disney movies as family entertainment while still seeing TV animation as kids stuff. Despite TV animation having come such a long way since Scooby Doo days, like for a single episode of Steven Universe, there are over 10,000 drawings. A team of animators, background designers, storyboard artists, and more would all come together to create this single 10 to 20-minute episode. And all these people happen to be adults that are, for the most part, just creating things they do like. In an interview with the creator of the Powerpuff Girls, he said,
We never really made the show for kids. We always just made it for us.
similarly, when Adventure Time creator was asked who are the show audience, he answered,
I think our show walks a line. I don't know, there's no rhyme or reason to it. It's just stuff that we were interested in doing because those types of shows have always appealed to me.
so yeah, at the end of the day, cartoons are just these things created by people that like cartoons for other people that like cartoons, and no one should be ashamed for liking whatever the heck they like. Also, if you're a fan of any of these, I would love to talk cartoon.